Hey everyone, welcome to this explainer. So, today we are going to untangle something that drives pretty much all of us crazy at some point. We've all been there, right? You're trying to take a picture and boom, you're staring at that dreaded storage full message, wondering which cherished photo of your dog or your kid you literally have to sacrifice just to take a new one. It is heartbreaking. So, today we're looking under the hood of iCloud and Google Photos to figure out exactly how to save your phone space and, more importantly, how to save your precious memories. All right, let's just jump right in with a super basic but foundational question. When you snap a picture on your smartphone, where does that digital file actually go? I think most of us just assume it kind of floats up into the digital ether, perfectly safe forever. But honestly, that assumption is exactly what leads to total disaster. Check out what happened to this user on an Apple community forum. They were just trying to free up some space, so they deleted some pictures inside the Google Photos app and accidentally triggered a catastrophic deletion. They wrote, "I deleted some photos and it got deleted from my iPhone photos too. What step did I miss?" I mean, you can literally feel the sheer panic in those words. To understand exactly how they fell into this trap, we actually have to rethink our entire concept of digital storage. Okay, so the absolute most crucial point is this. We need to shatter a massive myth about the internet right now. The cloud is not some fluffy, weightless, magical space floating in the sky above us, dropping gigabytes like rain. It is heavily, heavily grounded in reality. The reality, the cloud is physical. It is basically just someone else's computer. When your phone uploads a photo, that file travels through invisible networks down into massive, temperature-controlled physical data centers, filled with endless rows of hard drives. You are quite literally just renting space on Google or Apple's physical servers. So when you send your photos off to those physical servers, you're actually choosing between two totally different mechanical systems. Apple's iCloud acts like a real-time mirror, while Google Photos functions much more like a one-way vault. And really understanding this difference is the secret to never, ever losing a photo again. Let's talk numbers really quick. Apple's iCloud gives you 5 gigabytes of free storage right out of the box. And honestly, if you have a modern iPhone snapping high-res pictures and massive 4K videos, that tiny sliver of space fills up incredibly fast. It's going to prompt you almost immediately to either upgrade to a paid plan or start deleting things. Now, Google Photos, on the other hand, is a bit more generous. They give you 15 gigabytes, so triple the free space of Apple. But catch here, that 15 gigs is shared across your entire Google ecosystem, meaning your Gmail messages and Google Drive documents are eating into that exact same allowance. Okay, let's unpack iCloud first. Think of iCloud as a real-time mirror. It is deeply, deeply baked right into the DNA of your iPhone, iPad, and Mac. Because it's a mirror, the reflection always has to match reality. Whatever happens on one end reflects everywhere instantly. If you tweak the color on a photo, or if you delete a photo on your phone, bam, the mirror shatters the copy in the cloud too. It also stores everything in full uncompressed original quality, including those huge RAW files. Luckily, if you do mess up, Apple throws you a lifeline. They keep the pieces in a recently deleted folder for 30 days before they're wiped out for good. Now, Google Photos, totally different beast. It is not a mirror, it's a vault. It's basically a completely separate safe house where you send copies of your media, completely independent from your phone's native operating system. It doesn't matter if you're rocking iOS or Android, it backs things up. And if you want to cram more memories into that vault, Google has this clever storage saver mode that slightly compresses your photos down to 16 megapixels and videos to 1080p. But honestly, its absolute superpower is organization. Because it's a Google product, the AI search tools are insane. You can literally just search "dog on a beach in 2019" and it instantly combs through your entire vault and pulls it up. But here is where things go wrong. Mixing Apple's mirror with Google's vault, it leads directly to an absolutely terrifying trap. And it's exactly what snagged that panicked forum user we talked about earlier. Let's walk through the anatomy of this disaster. Your phone fills up, right? You decide you're going to use Google Photos as your vault. So you open the Google app to delete some pictures, thinking you're just cleaning out the cloud. But remember, when you installed that app, you gave Google permission to access your iPhone's core photo library. So when you hit delete inside the Google app, it reaches right outside of its vault, grabs the original photo sitting on your iPhone, and permanently wipes it from existence. So, how on earth do you escape this trap? Well, the community experts have a pretty solid manual workaround. First things first, open the Google Photos app and literally turn off backup. Sever that connection. Then put the phone down completely. Go to a computer, open a web browser to photos.google.com, and delete the photos there. Because the app's backup is severed, your local iPhone copies stay perfectly safe. But what if we want to flip the script? What if you want your photos safe in the cloud, but off your physical phone, so you can finally banish that storage full warning forever, without all those terrifying technical hoops? Well, both services actually have brilliant, built-in tools for this. If you're an Apple user, your magic bullet is called Optimize Storage. Instead of manually deleting stuff, just pop into your iPhone settings, tap your name, hit iCloud, then Photos, and seamlessly toggle on Optimize Storage. It is honestly genius. It automatically keeps your massive high-res originals tucked away safely in Apple's physical data centers, but leaves these tiny space-saving thumbnails right there on your actual phone. When you tap a photo to look at it, your phone just instantly downloads the high-res version from the cloud in the background. Google users, you've got an equally easy button. Just open up the Google Photos app, tap your profile icon, and select Free Up Space. Think of this as a super smart digital vacuum. The app scans your vault, double-checks exactly which photos are safely locked away on Google servers, and then it automatically and safely sweeps those local copies right off your phone. All right, storage problem solved. But before we wrap up this explainer, we really need to talk about trust. If the cloud is literally just a physical warehouse full of hard drives owned by mega corporations, who actually protects the servers holding your most intimate memories? Who really has the keys? This is where Apple and Google drastically part ways. Apple offers this optional feature called Advanced Data Protection. If you flip that on, you get end-to-end encryption. That means you are the absolutely only one holding the key. Literally, not even Apple employees can see your photos. Google Photos, however, doesn't offer end-to-end encryption. Google explicitly keeps the decryption keys to your vault. Now, they do this so their servers can run that amazing AI search we talked about, but technically speaking, it means they can view your files if they were ever compelled by law. Which brings us to one final, really crucial question. We know how the mirror works, we know the vaults, and we definitely know how to dodge the deletion trap. But as you set up your devices and choose where to house the digital record of your life, if the cloud is really just someone else's computer, who do you actually want holding the keys to your memories? Something to think about. Go check your settings, and I will see you in the next explainer.